It's an honor and privilege to welcome you to our homelands. For those of you that may not be very familiar with our tribe, the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde is made up of more than 30 antecedent tribes and bands within the homelands of Oregon, Southwest Washington, and Northern California. Grand Ronde and its tribes and bands have hunted, fished, and gathered in these areas since time immemorial. We have 7 ratified treaties, and one of the most well-known is the Willamette Valley Treaty of 1855, which ceded tribal lands in the Willamette Valley Basin and other areas west of the Cascade Crest to the United States. Tonight we are joined by members of our canoe family, and I am so grateful for their willingness to participate in this evening's meeting and to support me, Masi. We hope you enjoy spending time with us this evening, and with that, I will turn it over to the canoe family to share some of our beautiful songs as we begin. Hi, Amasi. So beautiful to see all of our people and our young people up here sharing in the songs and traditions of our people. So always warms my heart. I have been honored to serve as the chair of this wonderful organization for the last year. As I see all of the faces in this room, I realize that we have touched many lives, as each of you represent an entity in Marion, Polk, and Yamhill County areas. It's exciting to reflect back on what the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments has achieved this past year, as outlined in the one-page folded document in front of you. As partners, we are making a difference in the region with important programs that touch and enhance the lives of many throughout our region. Hi, Amasi, to our Executive Director, Scott Dodson, and his amazing staff. At this time, I would like to ask John George to come up and do the invocation for the food.
Shlushloxon, Conaway, Tilicum, P6. We welcome you here to the homelands of our Grand Ronde people. John George Nikanim, the Tribal Council member for the Confederate Tribes of Grand Ronde. It is an honor to stand before you, and you can stand if you're able, also to honor our Creator. Arsaklahi Taiwawa, Creator, our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day you have given us. We thank you for the gathering of this beautiful people today. This evening, we ask a blessing upon each and every city joined here today, every organization, to our county leaders. Today, we ask a blessing upon your lands, too, that you share with our ancestors. We thank you for the good work that you're doing and caring for the land, because together we all can do great things. We also ask the Lord for their healing hand upon ones who reach out, who need a healing touch. We also to celebrate the overcoming that invisible enemy that had closed so many of our businesses in our cities and our towns. But you have made us resilient people. We have overcome. Today, we thank you for the tribal leaders of this tribe, for the good work and the blessings you have bestowed upon us. We especially want to thank our tribal councilwoman, Lisa, for her leadership, her beautiful heart, and how much respect she has for each other, for her board. That what a blessing, a blessing that she has as she chaired over the COG board. We thank her for that. But today, this evening, we ask a blessing upon the food that we are about to receive. We thank you for the hands that have prepared it, the beautiful people who cooked this food that will help us nourish our bodies, our minds, and our spirits, that it gives us strength to continue the good work. So today, this evening, as we stand, that we stand as humble and grateful people, and to always give thanks for the friendships, the partnerships, as we support each and every one in their endeavors. So in this, we are grateful people. In your name, amen.
Okay, so the food is ready. We'd like to allow the elders and the children to go first. So, thank you. Yes, everyone, we'd like to have everyone get in line and get food. Thank you for coming. Okay, everyone. Now I have the privilege of welcoming my dear friend, Jolene Joseph, to the stage as our keynote speaker. Jolene is an enrolled member of the Grovant from Fort Belknap, Montana. She lives in Oregon with her partner and children and is the executive director of the Native Wellness Institute and helped to found this national nonprofit organization in 2000. She has a Bachelor's of Science degree in Community Health Education and has served Indian country for more than 30 years, providing training and technical assistance in a variety of areas. Jolene has traveled to hundreds of Native communities and interacted with and learned from thousands of people. Whether she is providing youth leadership training, assisting women to heal from childhood trauma, or helping to bring wellness to the workplace, Jolene shares her passion for being positive, productive, and proactive. She enjoys beading, reading, powwowing, and spending time with family and friends. Please join me in welcoming Jolene Joseph.
Thank you, Lisa. Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Fabian. I'm gonna try to put this lamp down. I can feel like I can barely see everyone. Well, I'm super excited to be here. I brought my phone up here to keep myself controlled on time because it would be 10 o'clock. I'm still up here talking away. So as Lisa said, I am a citizen. In my language, we say A'ani, which means white clay, and that comes from our creation stories. And the federal government calls us Grovant, which is actually a French word because our first contact was with the French. And our people, tribal nations did not speak the same language. And one of the ways that we communicated was through sign language. And every tribal nation had a sign for their people. And the sign for my people is this. So that means like people of the waterfall are people by the waterfall. But what we think what happened was when we came in contact with the French and we told them who we were, they thought we were saying something else, and they called us Grovant. And those of you that know French means that translates in English to big belly. Isn't that cool? So anyway, we're trying to reclaim our own name, A'ani. Again, which means white clay. So I love this community of Grand Ronde, and I'm down here a lot through my work. I'm down here a lot with my family personally to celebrate life and to celebrate our culture and our cultural values. I have the utmost respect for their leadership and their vision and the way they are so productive and proactive and positive and progressive. I share often the stories of this community, and I'm so happy that through Lisa's leadership, she's bringing a part of their cultural values into your meeting tonight, and I just love that as well, and I'm gonna bring some more. So my organization exists because of the lasting impacts of colonization, really, and we can take it all the way back. I won't take it all the way back to 1492 because we will be here for weeks, actually. But we exist to help our people to heal, to help our people to understand the lasting impacts of colonization. We oftentimes call that historical and intergenerational trauma. And just as importantly, we exist to help our people connect the dots so we can understand colonization and the ways that it still plays out through colonialism, which is another ism, just like classism and racism and all of the other isms that are out there. And we help our people realize that we can decolonize. And what that means for us through an indigenous lens means how can we think more like our ancestors so we can behave more like our ancestors. And once we go through a decolonization process, then we can better, indigenize or re-indigenize the way we think and the way we behave. So we're gonna all decolonize a little bit this evening because we've all been impacted by colonization regardless of our backgrounds. So the first thing that I'd like you to do is take off your shoes. Take off your shoes, and we're gonna pretend that we're just on the earth. Like for real, take off your shoes. I'm gonna take off mine too. And I double checked my socks even match. And it's okay if yours don't. If your socks don't match, because cousin socks, that's what we call them in our house, are okay. So we're gonna take off our shoes. I'm gonna move this lamp. Okay, there, that's better. So we're gonna take off our shoes and we're gonna touch the carpet, but we're gonna pretend like it's the earth. So we're just gonna connect to the earth in that way. And earlier, after the canoe family sang, you know, some of us went like this, right? This is the applause. And I always say, that is one thing that Europeans brought over, right? Is this. So tonight, we're going to show gratitude and thanks and praise by going like this. We're gonna raise our hands like this. So this is the way that the Confederate Tribes of Grand Ronde shows appreciation or thanks. So for the rest of the evening, anytime someone comes up here to receive their award or whatever, we're gonna show our gratitude and thanks by going like this, all right? Awesome. The third way that we're gonna decolonize this evening is we're just gonna briefly connect at our tables, because oftentimes that's something that's lacking. And before we do that, I'll share a brief story. I was invited to this meeting at OMSI up in Portland, the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. And they were going through the strategic planning process and they wanted to engage different people in communities. And so I went to a meeting, then I went to another meeting and another meeting, and I got to know one of their staff members. And he's originally from Great Britain. So he still has his accent. He's like first generation over here. And his name is, well, I won't share his name actually, sorry. It's a cool name though. But anyway, so we got to be friends and we were having lunch one day and he said, you know, when we were starting this strategic planning process, my colleagues did not want to invite the Native community to come and be a part of it. And I said, really? Why? And he said, well, they said you guys take too long. You got to pray before you meet. Everyone has to introduce themselves and it just takes forever. And I started laughing. I go, that's so funny. And I said, my people say, geez, when they come to meetings with these guys, they don't even pray or introduce themselves. They just get right to work and they have to get everything done. And we both had a really good laugh about it. And it took our own relationship building and trust building to get to a place to have a conversation like that, right? And then we embarked on this whole long journey of OMSI supporting this big vision that's called the Center for Tribal Nations. The Confederate Tribes of Grand Ronde has been involved in that process. So back to that third thing of decolonizing. At your table, we're just gonna briefly connect to one another. And you're gonna start with the person that's been on this earth the longest. They will go first at your table. In other words, the oldest person at your table will go first. And you're just gonna go around and you're gonna share two things. You're gonna share your first name and you're gonna share one positive thing about yourself. Two things that you're gonna share. The oldest person at your table will go first and you'll go all the way around your table. Your name and one positive thing about yourself. Take like 5 seconds each. Ready, go.
I turn the camera towards you just for the.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's okay. They said nobody was on Zoom. Okay, did everybody get a chance to share? All right. Wasn't that awesome? Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm up. I don't like being on the screen, but I said yes. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, so wasn't that awesome? Like to connect with each other and to share one positive thing about yourselves. You know, Native people, you're getting a taste, a little taste of Native culture and Native values this evening, right? Including the songs that just filled the room with good, uplifting energy, including the blessing that was said before the meal. We're here, I believe, for the first time, having a non-alcoholic gathering of this meeting. I raise my hands for that as well. And I did want to comment about that because this is something that a lot of people don't understand. So I use that word colonization, right? And if you're not sure like what that is, I would encourage you like to Google it and dig a little bit deeper in there. When colonization happened, one of the weapons used against our people was alcohol. And many of us call it chemical warfare because the intent that it was given and what it was supposed to do, in particular to our men, to subdue our men when we were forcibly removed from our homelands and oftentimes militarily watched so we would not escape those boundaries. We were oftentimes given alcohol to keep our men from protesting or leaving. So by not having alcohol here tonight, you know, and having the mocktails instead, it has a much deeper meaning for our people than probably most people are aware. So I raise my hands for not having alcohol here this evening. Alcohol has a spirit, and sometimes when you go out to restaurants and you're flipping through the menu, what is it titled in the menu where they're serving alcohol? Spirits, right? Spirits. So I'm glad that we're here this evening with, you know, clear minds and clear hearts so we can be together in a good way. So I wanted to share a couple of other things before I sit down about the importance of partnerships and some tools to build partnerships and a tool to build community. And they're based on 4 values that I want to share from one of my mentors, a man who dearly loved this community, who was always here when the Confederate Tribes of Grand Ronde reached out for help, and his name was Charlie Tailfeathers. And he passed away during COVID in August of 2020. But he left behind many teachings, many lessons, and I want to share some of those tonight. The 4 values that he always talked about was love, honor, care, and respect. I'm going to repeat those again, and I would encourage you to pull out your phones right now and text this to yourself, or to put it in your notes, or to text it to somebody else so you remember these 4 things: love, honor, care, and respect. And so you can define what those mean for yourself. And what I would like to challenge you to do and encourage you to do is to think about the ways that you interact with others, whether it's in your family system, whether it's in your school system, maybe that your children or your grandchildren go to, or nieces and nephews, your systems that you belong to in the workplace, and then your systems that you engage with in your community, right? How do those 4 values show up? How do you exude love? How do you exude honor? How do you exude care? How do you exude respect? And if you're not sure, then I would challenge you to do some deep thinking on those things. I'm a deep thinker. I drove all the way down here with the radio off, thinking about all kinds of things. And I learned that as a tool when I was young, right? When I come upon a problem, I do some deep thinking, and then I can usually find the solution. So love, honor, care, and respect, how those show up. I'm going to share one last story, and it's about the value of love. And I'm gonna let you in on a little bit of how my brain and how my heart works. So in my mind, I respect all human beings regardless of their background. And because of the work that I do, I have a profound understanding of trauma on behavior, and I have a profound understanding that where there has been trauma, healing is the answer. I have a profound understanding that sometimes people lack love, whether it's self-love or whether it's feeling love from others. And when we lack that, oftentimes we also lack that connection. And we sometimes also lack the willingness or even the understanding to connect with others because of that. So what I do when people don't even know, in my mind, I'm sending love to other people. And I even do experiments, like when I'm in the airport or when I'm around other people, and I send them this love, and I have a certain visualization in my mind that I do it with. Like these ribbons on the bottom of my skirt, that's what I visualize when I wrap people in love. And we know in science, what we learn in the 4th or even the 3rd grade is that everything is energy, right? The chairs that you're sitting on, the carpet that our bare, our feet are standing on, the trees outside, the cars that we drive in, the plates that we're eating on, like everything is energy. We are energy, right? And our thoughts are energy. So when we're working in situations, maybe where there's misunderstanding, like, oh, these people, they got to pray and introduce themselves, or, geez, these people, they just want to get to work, regardless of what the situation is. What if we just circled people with love? I want to challenge you to try that. The next time that you're at a family gathering, or the next time you're in a meeting or parent-teacher conferences or a basketball tournament or whatever, like try that. And then watch and see what happens. Watch and see what happens. So I think there's even a song about that, right? Like love can change the world and, all of that kind of stuff. It's really true. And this is a tribal value. This is a tribal value system, so much that when the first people landed on the shores of where the current Wampanoag people live, guess what the Wampanoag people did when these men were coming off these ships? Guess what they did? They welcomed them. They lived by their tribal values of love, honor, care, and respect. They welcomed these men off these ships, and they fed them, and they gave them something to drink, and they nursed them back to health because many of them were sickly getting off these ships. They showed them how to live on this land and even gave them a place to live, right? And when I went to work with that community for the first time, 20, 30 some years ago, they were still holding on to guilt because of what happened after that and the ways that genocide went across the country. They were holding on to that guilt. So we lived our tribal values and continue to live our tribal values, even in the face of continued colonization, even in the face of continued racism, even in the face of continued oppression. And honestly, the world would be a much different place if they were aware of tribal values and tried to live by tribal values. So that's what makes tonight so beautiful. Things are coming full circle, and we get to experience a different culture. We get to feel a different culture, in the hopes that greater understandings happen, right? This is how partnerships can become strengthened. This is how partnerships can continue moving forward, by having a greater understanding of each other, right? And remembering those 4 values of love, honor, care, and respect. So in my hand is a final teaching from my elder, Charlie, who passed away. And this is a medicine tie. I just made this morning in a medicine tie ceremony. We have 60 people from all around the country that are meeting this week, training with the Native Wellness Institute. And lots of love and prayers went into this tie. And I'm gonna put it down on the stage right now. because there's somebody in this room tonight that needs that. It's filled with love, and it's filled with prayers, and it's filled with good intentions, and it's meant to uplift somebody, and it's meant to help ground somebody, and it's meant to help somebody. So whoever in this room, regardless of your age or stage in life, regardless of your address, regardless of your zip code, regardless of your heritage, whoever needs that tonight, right? Come up like right now and take this medicine tie home as a gift from our culture to you. So right now, I'm just going to pause for a little bit. Whoever needs that extra lift, you can come up and grab that medicine tie right now. And may it uplift you and your healing. So that, my friends, is how we break down barriers. That's how we lift each other up as human beings. And I want to thank my dear friend Lisa. She's this amazing human being who has the biggest heart, who knows how to connect her heart to her brain and back from her brain back to her heart to make positive things happen. And it's her leadership, it's her heart, it's her vision that she wanted to bring our cultural values into this evening. And I hope that you feel it as well here. I hope you feel it here. And I hope when you leave here tonight that you continue to extend that hand. You continue to open your mind. You continue to open your hearts and let those values of love, honor, care, and respect seep into every cell of your body, and then act accordingly. Thank you. And you can put your shoes back on.
Hi, I'm Masa Jelaine. Take a few breaths here. I want to, at this time, introduce our Executive Director, Scott Dodson.
Good evening. It's wonderful to see such a large crowd, and the first thing I want to do is thank the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde for their welcoming hosting of this evening, and for all that they mean not only to the COG, but to this region, the state of Oregon, and for everyone in here. And thank you very much. Lisa? There you go. Learned something new today. Thank you for that. Since 1957, the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Government has served its membership, which now stands at 44, to jointly identify issues and needs which are regional in scope, achieve concurrence for cooperative actions, plan and recommend governmental actions in the area of intergovernmental concerns such as health, safety, welfare, and growth. The original signers of this organization, Polk County, Marion County, the City of Salem, and the Salem-Keizer School District, set out to assure through cooperation and pooling of common resources, maximum efficiency and economy in governmental operations. They further sought to attain intergovernmental cooperation and to develop clear and unencumbered communication and understanding, all while affecting cooperation and coordination of services, programs, and facilities in the public good. This past year, we have continued in this tradition, and in our 66th year, worked to serve our membership with this intent. Our dedicated Board of Directors members, and if you are a member, could you please, one of the Board of Director members, if you could please stand, please. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much for your service. We have 21 board members who show up for meetings. It's wonderful. I always appreciate that. But also who take the time to work with our services, ask good questions, debate the new things that we should be doing, and help to create a better organization to serve its membership. We appreciate that. Also, we have with us this evening an outstanding staff who put service above self in living out the purpose of this organization and serving our 44 members, which includes Marion, Polk, Yamhill counties, 33 cities, and 7 special districts in our Mid-Valley region. At this time, would the staff please stand? Please. This is going to be one of the quietest evenings I've been to in a long time, until John McCardle gets up. But anyways, that's for another day. But thank you to our staff who work tirelessly. We're really blessed to have such excellent expertise and good people with good intent who are out there serving you folks on a daily basis, and I appreciate all that they do. Our annual report paper can be found on your table. So what's really nice about this evening is you're not going to see or hear a 30-minute annual report. Yes, thank you. Okay, so let me explain how this works. In here, at your table, we have inside our top list of the things that we've accomplished over the last year. We're going to show that here in a second. And on the back is a scan code. You notice that all of our signs now, we've just, with the help of one of our members, the Willamette Educational Service District, they've been a member forever. Frank, take off your hat there. Oh, come on, let me see that hat. Oh, you don't take your hat off. That's right. There you go. But WESD not only is an IT partner for us, but they're a communications partner, and they help put this together. We're really glad to be in partnership with them on that. But you just click your phone on it, and it will take you to the 30-some-odd page report that you can read in detail this evening, or think about it while you're in the car. Don't read it while driving. But we have our things like that. So we've taken a step forward. These highlights of the year can be more fully scanned, again, as I said, by reading that report online, and that's how we're going to try to distribute it, trying to be a little paper friendly this year. In addition to that, we put a small video together. The staff really put this together with WESD of what we're all about and what our year has been like. And we want to show that to you in just a second. But before I do that, I want to thank each of you here for your service as public officials, for being part of this regional organization, and to not only our staff and the board, to all the people that we work with out there. We really appreciate what you folks do in serving your communities, and we're glad to be of a help to each of you out there in what you do in making your places the best that they can be. A special thank you to Chair Lisa Lino and the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde for their sponsorship of this event and their continued amazing service to the region. We thank you for all that you do, and thank you very, very much. And now, the video.
Welcome to the heart of Oregon's Mid-Willamette Valley, a region known for its fertile soils, flourishing wine industry. It's a place where collaboration and innovation come together to create prosperous and livable communities. Today we invite you to discover the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments, a voluntary association of 44 local governments, including Marion, Polk, Yamhill counties, and the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde, also serving 34 cities and 8 special districts. Today, the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments is a vital alliance performing 6 primary functions, all designed to strengthen the services provided by our member governments. facilitating intergovernmental communication and issue resolution, ensuring seamless flow of information among member governments. Providing technical and administrative support services, our dedicated team offers expertise and assistance directed by our COG Board of Directors. Initiating and conducting studies of regional issues, tackling challenges through comprehensive research and analysis. Recommending action by public and private agencies, advocating for solutions to regional problems and influencing positive change. Administering programs mandated by law, ensuring effective regional administration and support to our member governments. Contracting and subcontracting with public and private agencies, forging partnerships to enhance the ability to meet the diverse needs of our community.
The Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments is more than an organization. It's a force for positive change. Our work empowers local governments to address challenges and achieve shared goals.
Providing technical and administrative support is at the core of what we do. Our dedicated team is here to assist and guide our member governments in every step of the way.
Connect with us today. Let's continue to grow together. The Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments, your partner in regional success.
Staff member, Karen Odenthal, who retired last year, who put together that first one, and the second one we went online, and last year's as well, and just did a super job. But after seeing myself 3 times, I did not want to do that again. But we are really thankful for the staff who participated in that, for putting that together, and the highlights of the year. But we appreciate you having trust in us and being able to serve you, and that's been great. So, Lisa, I think we're ready for the next part. You ready for the next part? All right. So at this time, we're going to go right into awards. So at this time, we'd like to welcome board member for Chariots and incoming chair Ian Davidson to present the West Kavarstian Award.
Good evening, everyone. Before I speak about the recipient of the West Kavarstian Award, I just want to share a few words about Wes himself. Some of you in this room may have known him. I did not have the privilege, but he had a 35-year career in planning and public administration. He was a prominent figure in writing what became Senate Bill 10, which passed in 1969, which mandated that all states, cities, and counties adopt and enact land use laws. For some of you, you may regret that decision that was made, but that is where we are. He was also the executive director of COG at the time, the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments, and his groundbreaking work and skills in communicating and mediating garnered him the respect of his peers, whether or not they were for the topic at hand. So, in his honor, we have a professional service award that recognizes a staff person or volunteer for or on behalf of one of our member governments within the region who has exhibited sustained commitment in support of regional intergovernmental cooperation. So, our recipient of this award. This individual is known throughout the region as a mentor, confidant, and outstanding thinker. They focus on assisting individuals and governments in meeting the needs and challenges of residents. Her abilities and commitment to cooperation, collaboration, and communication help not just the city she serves, but support, encourage, and inspire staff in other communities. She is the definition of a servant leader. Her regional and statewide efforts include chairing the League of Oregon Cities Finance and Taxation Committee. As the league begins to make major moves to deal with measures 5 and 50, she will be a key player in that. a key leader on a Polk County regional drinking water plan to meet the needs of the region for decades to come. All of this is in coordination with Polk County and the city of Monmouth. She is also a mentor to a number of city managers in the region and around the state. She was elected by her peers, by other city managers throughout the state, to serve as their representative on the League of Oregon Cities Board of Directors, as well as on the executive committee. She knows the challenge of rural homelessness and serves on a county-wide committee to implement services and policies to help people avoid and deal with homelessness. Her ability to juggle many plates make her a perfect city manager, and she has shown a willingness to make tough decisions with grace and compassion. Her work at all levels, city, intercity, county, and regional, is impressive. She has proven herself to be a person who builds bridges between communities, eliminates regional barriers, and advocates for the needs of those that she serves in her community. She embodies the practice of building and sustaining bridges between cities and its neighbors. One of the most notable examples of this are her regional efforts with the establishment of the Monmouth Independence Trolley. In 2022, upon receipt of grant funds, she, along with other city staff, worked with the city of Monmouth to establish a pilot trolley service to demonstrate the regional transportation needs of the two cities. They launched in April 2023, and it now runs every day for up to 14 hours per day, with the service running every 20 minutes. So it is my privilege to say that this year's West Kavarston Professional Service Award winner is Kenna West, Independent City Manager. While she comes up here, I'll just say one more thing, and this is from the application. This individual has shown exceptional leadership qualities and a keen understanding of the intricacies involved in regional intergovernmental cooperation. Her strategic thinking and collaborative approach have not only strengthened existing partnerships, but have also paved the way for new opportunities and initiatives that benefit the entire region.
So unlike my friend Scott Dodson, I didn't have anything written. So I'm honored and I'm humbled and I'm speechless, which for those of you that know me, that's not a word that's usually used for me. I've been blessed. I've been blessed with good partners. I was blessed to work with Mayor Anna Peterson so long ago, and she taught me that we have to do this together. She taught me that we collaborate. She used to call Salem the collaboration capital. She and Mayor Kathy Clark and Commissioner Carlson, Commissioner Wheeler, they started the very first Mid-Willamette Homeless Initiative. And that was a change to our region. It was the first time we had a regional look at homelessness. And that taught me to look to everybody. When I went to Willamina, I was blessed to have the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde as a partner. I was blessed to have the city of Sheridan. I was blessed to have Amity and Dayton. And when we had that ice storm that took everything out, my friends in Dayton, Rochelle, who's right back there, she made sure we had a generator to run our intake when our intake failed and we couldn't get water to our people. I've been blessed to serve on the League of Oregon Cities. I have been blessed to go to Independence, where collaboration is a way of life. It's our culture. I have a very large and loud mayor who supports me 100%. And I have a bonus mayor because we work so closely. Mayor Koontz is lovely, supportive, and beautiful. And I'm thankful to have a very large and loud and a very lovely mayor to work with. I guess I'm not so speechless after all. Thank you very, very much.
Okay. And to present the Gwen Vanden Bosch Award, Mayor John McCardle of Independence.
Well, here I am, loud and boisterous and easy to see. I have the honor tonight to present the Gwen Vanden Bosch Regional Leadership Award, which recognizes an official in Marion, Polk, and Yamhill County who demonstrates outstanding leadership in regional and governmental affairs. This award is named for Gwen Vanden Bosch, the first female city councilor in the city of Dallas. She was elected in 1976, and she became the first mayor in Dallas, serving from 1978 to 2020. She was active in a wide variety of boards, commissions, including being a chair of this organization. She is an advocate for cooperation on many regional levels. There are a few of us in this room who had the pleasure of working with Gwen over the years and remember her fondly. This year's award winner has the compassion and foresight to get ahead of problems before they're more visible to the community at large and before they negatively impact more families. This person has demonstrated leadership on issues of affordable housing, homeless prevention, homeless solutions in regional areas in rural Polk County, and as the chair of the Polk County Partners Aligned Towards Housing Solutions, sometimes known as PATHS. He serves as the chair of the Mid-Willamette Valley Homeless Alliance and a board member of the Polk County Community Development Corporation, the CDC, a nonprofit that develops and manages much of the affordable housing in Polk County. This year's Gwen Vanden Bosch Award winner stepped into a leadership role in Falls City, became mayor in 2017. He led the search for the city manager, which resulted in AJ being hired as the city manager back in 2020. He helped lead many successful projects and community initiatives in the areas of community development, visioning, wastewater infrastructure, city council professional development, and public safety. He's a founding board member for Falls City Thrives, a local nonprofit focused on downtown revitalization, volunteerism, and community health and wellness. He was appointed to the Polk County Board of Commissioners in August of 21, just after winning the very prestigious Oregon Mayors Association Leadership Award for a small city. He was then elected to a full term on the county commission the following year. This individual is the guiding light and coalescing force behind the united effort within our region to address and prevent homelessness. His passion, leadership, dedication, and ability to unite people in preventing homelessness in our region is not only outstanding, it's inspirational. Life-altering changes can be made through leadership, such as what is being shown by this year's Gwen Vanden Bosch Regional Leadership Award winner, Polk County Commissioner Jeremy Gordon.
Wow, I did not expect this. I actually nominated PATHS for the other award, but I'm very honored to accept this award on behalf of so many partnerships that I'm involved in the area. So PATHS started actually with an email, I think from Brian Latta from the city of Dallas saying, hey, we should apply for this grant to stand up a county-city partnership to address homelessness. And we got all the mayors in a room, all the city managers, and said, should we do this? And it was a unanimous yes. And one thing led to another. And we've been doing this work for, over a year. And I have so many people to thank. First of all, Brent DeMoe from Family and Community Outreach, who is staffing this effort. and Ryan Pollard and Grace Aiken, who spend every day meeting with folks in the community who are experiencing homelessness, connecting them to services. Huge thanks to Mid-Willamette Valley Community Action Agency. I think Jimmy's here tonight. For being such a solid partner, both on the PATHS board. Thank you, Ashley Hamilton, for representing Community Action, and just integrating all of your incredibly vital services to the folks in our rural communities. We've been able to help so many people. We've kept hundreds of families in their homes. We currently have 65 people, including children, on our caseload who are navigating to homes and doing it every day. And I couldn't do it without everybody's support. So thank you to the city of Dallas, Monmouth, Independence, the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde for inspiring us to do this work, for being such standard bearers and vanguards in this rural work, and Community Action, the county, and we're just all doing it together. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
All right. At this time, I would like to ask Mayor Jim Kingsbury from Sublimity to come forward to present the Regional Cooperation Award.
Before I give the award, I'd like to, Lisa and the Confederated Tribe of Grand Ronde, the venue, the food, it was phenomenal. Great job. Oop. So today I'm going to give the Regional Cooperative Project Award. And this recognizes a partnership of local government within the region for a project or initiative that enhances intergovernmental cooperation. The awards committee has selected 2 noteworthy projects for recognition this year, both involving cooperative efforts in the transportation sector. One in rural, small community setting, and the other in urban environment. The concept of a local transit service emerged from community support, notably championed by State Representative Paul Evans. In Monmouth and Independence, a regional bus connected to larger cities existed, but there was no local transit option for community members to reach schools, workplaces, medical appointments, shopping, or recreation. In 2018, the cities of Independence and Monmouth, along with Western Oregon University, joined forces to pursue a feasibility study for a trolley system linking the university campus in Monmouth to downtown Independence. The study demonstrated significant community backing for this project. The envisioned service aimed to be frequent and fare-free, with additional objectives including establishing a public transportation connection between Monmouth, Independence, and the Western Oregon University campus, boosting economic opportunities by connecting the new hotel development and riverfront in downtown Independence with downtown Monmouth and the university campus. Enhancing campus life for Western Oregon University students by providing travel options for recreational and job opportunities, fostering broader community engagement. Collaboratively, the 2 cities developed a service plan and partnered with Chariots, the transit provider from the Salem area, to operate the service. A schedule was established for the trolley to run daily for up to 14 hours with a service frequency of every 20 minutes. In 2022, a state grant of $3 million secured by Representative Evans and Senator Deb Patterson turned the trolley system into reality. 3 hybrid gas trolleys were ordered, and a route was mapped between Riverfront Park in Independence and the Western Oregon University campus in Monmouth along the main highway. Trolley stops were strategically placed near schools, shopping areas, recreational spots, and healthcare services. Named My Trolley to reflect both Monmouth and Independence, the trolley aimed to play a vital role in promoting community identity and economic development. The community actively participated in choosing the name and logo. My Trolley commenced operations in April of '23, marked by a ribbon cutting event attended by over 200 people eager to experience localized public transportation. Since its launch, My Trolley has surpassed expectations, with over 52,000 riders in the first 5 months, well beyond the projected success of 6 riders per hour. In the initial 6 months, the trolley averaged 14 riders per hour, exceeding 50% of its maximum capacity of 24 passengers. It brings me great pleasure to present the City of Monmouth and the City of Independence with one of the 2023 Regional Cooperative Project Awards. So John, you're bringing them forth?
Push in a little bit more. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Can't do yours.
You gotta count of 3, it's ding ding. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ding ding. You want to speak?
No, go ahead. Yes.
No, yes, you go speak. You say.
You guys.
Go ahead.
Thank you. This has been one of the most fun projects we've ever been able to be involved in our community. It is a pure joy, but it is also everything we dreamed and more. And we do have to thank Paul Evans, our state representative, because he grew up in Monmouth and he is the one who wanted to have a trolley like we used to have 70 years ago. And we made it happen, but it is a complete cooperative project. And our partner at Chariots, who operates for us, is an important part of that. But come on over. No, you can do the McCardle thing now. Come on over and join us.
If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, we can achieve it. The Monmouth Independence Trolley. Thank you, everybody.
Good job. Our second project includes a collaborative institute among Chariots, Salem Keizer Public Schools, the City of Salem, and the City of Keizer. Launched as a pilot in September of 2022, the Youth Zero Pass program aimed to eliminate fare charges for all youth ages 0 to 18, using any of the Chariot's services. The program, made possible by funding and support from the cities of Salem and Kaiser, Salem-Kaiser Public Schools, and Chariots, aimed to break down barriers to public transit for families and youth. In its first full month, October of 22, youth ridership saw an impressive 89% increase compared to October of 21. Beyond the significant rise in ridership, the Youth Zero program's most significant impact lies in providing increased access for families within the community. By removing the fare for youth, families can now travel together on public transit without the added financial burden of paying for children. This allows families to run weekly errands and engage in activities without worrying about fare costs. Thanks to this program, students can attend after-school programs, and young individuals can access job opportunities that were previously out of reach. The program's impact, particularly crucial as public transit access strongly correlates with opportunity and upward mobility for families with lower incomes. The pilot's success led to the program becoming permanent with continued growth in ridership. Youth ridership in October of 23 was 41% higher than in October of 22, marking a total increase of 166% from October of 21 to October of 23. This project serves as a prime example of effective intergovernmental cooperation. Multiple government entities collaborated to test and fund a pilot, demonstrating that eliminating fares brings substantial benefits to the community. This positive outcome would not have been possible without the support of these various government bodies. It is with great pleasure that I present the Regional Cooperative Project Award to Chariots, Salem-Kaiser Public Schools, the City of Salem, and the City of Kaiser for the outstanding success of the Youth Zero Pass program. So, we'd invite all of those persons to come on up, City of Salem and Kaiser, Salem-Kaiser Public Schools.
Mayor Hoy looked at me as, okay, you're the one talking, so I guess I'm the one talking.
I'm not the big and loud one.
Yeah, there we go. As Mayor Kingsbury alluded to, the impact in our community has been significant. I don't know, for those of you who frequent Salem-Kaiser, especially around school time, you will see bus stops full of kids, and it is wonderful. There's opportunities for youth who missed the yellow bus to be able to still go to school to reduce tardies, both tardies and also absences. When we were initially talking about this possibility, the principal of McNary got a hold of my email, emailed me and said, please do this. We have a goal of one club, one after-school program, or one sport for every student, because that increases the likelihood that they will graduate. And ensuring that we have transportation for all the students is essential to doing that. And so I think the benefits are significant, and I'm very excited that this pilot is now a permanent program. And thank you for the City of Salem, City of Kaiser, and Salem-Kaiser Public Schools for giving us a chance so we could prove this proof of concept that if we were to make it fare free, that yes, the youth would ride and they would ride in huge numbers and the benefits would extend far beyond the youth, but to their families as well.
Okay, so I am going to talk a little bit. And I do have to say that none of this would have happened without Ian's leadership. I was happy to introduce the motion at the Salem City Council, but it was all Ian's leadership that really got this ball going. He called me up one day, had this idea, and I was so grateful to be able to participate. And I'm not a frequent bus rider, but I was riding the bus just a few days ago from my house out in East Salem to downtown, and I was stunned at how many youth got on and off the bus. It's about 4 miles from my house to the transit center. And I counted over 24 kids during that route who got on and off. And it was so exciting to see this program really just still having a lasting impact. And it's all due to your leadership. So thank you.
Several years ago, there was a program that was funded by the business, it was the Betsy program that allowed for fare-free rides, and we saw such a huge benefit for our community. When the funding went away and that program went away, it was a huge loss to our students and our families. So when Ian called up and said, "What do you think about this?" it was a New York second to yes, because we already knew, proof of concept, that students able to ride could stay after school for tutoring, for clubs, for activities, to jobs, to get home, take care of siblings, whatever they needed to do, and allowed families to be able to take care of their needs in a far more effective and efficient manner. I am so thrilled that together we were able to get this program back up and running and to serve all of the families in the Kaiser and Salem area. Thank you all so much. Yeah. Kaiser Salem. That's right. It's an ongoing thing.
Kind of like a bus line, waiting for the bus. All right. Okay, thank you. At this time, I'd like to call forward Tribal Councilwoman Lisa Lino to give the Chair's Choice Award.
Thank you. In 2014, the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments studied the economic opportunities in the North Santiam Canyon. They found that the lack of wastewater solutions was a major hurdle for local communities. Marion County stepped in, providing funds and staff to find a wastewater solution that was geologically suitable, environmentally sustainable, financially feasible, and politically viable. After more than 60 community meetings, the project produced a land inventory, a feasibility study, and established the North Santiam Sewer Authority. In September 2020, wildfire hit 3 of the 4 cities. The impacted cities and counties supported each other, emphasizing the shared need for the sewer project. Marion County Commissioners, city mayors, county teams, the Santiam Canyon Long-Term Recovery Group, Mid-Willamette Council of Governments, and local government leaders collaborated with state legislators to prioritize the North Santiam Sewer Project, which resulted in a $50 million award from the Oregon legislature in the 2021 legislative session. Wildfire recovery has been an ongoing concern since September 2020. Marion County, along with Marion County Board of Commissioners and Administrator Jan Fritz, took a lead role in recovery efforts, working with Lynn County and the North Santiam Canyon Long-Term Recovery Group to rebuild communities, enhance economic resilience, and ensure environmental sustainability. Marion County recognized the need for additional support for Gates and Detroit and contracted professional staff to serve as acting administrators for these cities. Marion County staff hosted the Santiam Canyon Long-Term Recovery Group and worked to ensure that community needs were met through communication, newsletters, and securing resources for recovery and rebuilding. The county also collaborated with neighboring Lynn County commissioners to pass Senate Bill 464 in the 2021 legislature, allowing Oregon counties to provide property tax relief for wildfire survivors. Various town halls and information sessions were conducted to give communities a voice in decisions ranging from security gate installation to survivors discussing emergency response processes. Santiam Hospital stood up their Santiam integration team to assist in efforts. The collective effort showcased effective collaboration, resilience, and dedication to the well-being of the region. Marion County and local partners are honored as the 2023 Chair's Choice for addressing wastewater challenges, fire recovery, community building in the North Santiam Canyon, showcasing dedication to community resilience and sustainability. Congratulations on this achievement. Representing this outstanding team is Kevin Cameron on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, Melissa Bauer on behalf of the Santiam Hospital Santiam Integration Team, Chris Epley on behalf of the Marion County Community Services Department, Brian Nichols on behalf of the Marion County Public Works Department, Tim Kirsch on behalf of the North Santiam Sewer Authority and Mill City, Gary Swanson on behalf of the Santiam Canyon Long-Term Recovery Group, Emily Schofield on behalf of the City of Gates, Jim Trett on behalf of the City of Detroit and Edina, and Jim Fritz on behalf of the staff of Marion County. Congratulations.
You can invite anyone else.
Well, and probably invite my other two county commissioners and Tamara, I see you out there. There's so many people that have contributed to this, but it's not just Marion County. I want to thank, first of all, for the COG, Yamhill, Polk, and Marion County. The night of that fire, I was one of those people that got to be evacuated and drive through that fire. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was calling Jan Fritz, our CAO, who's right here with us tonight. And you don't even think about this, but we didn't have a state fair that year. Think about it, because it was COVID. And we got the state fairgrounds open by 7 o'clock in the morning after that fire hit. That's just the start of it. Lisa, thank you, and the COG for this award, Scott. But the leader of this whole thing is Jan Fritz. And I just want to say, Jan, thank you for all you've done. Chris Epley, Chris he was available. Jan hired Chris, hired Marianne Hills, two retired city managers right away, and said, we got the money somewhere, we'll figure it out. We need to help Detroit, we need to help Gates, and we'll figure it out. And I just want to say that the whole staff, Brian Nicholas, you're up here, aren't you? Yeah. Since then, our staff has, and today, we're in meetings today about how do we get this sewer system in Mill City to bring in Gates. this whole wildfire thing. And I want to thank the city of Salem. And I see Chris Hoy here tonight, and you know how the city of Salem responded to all that and brought their resources up there during the fire. But I want to also say the long-term recovery group, St. Anne Hospital, has been a huge part of this, and the long-term recovery group and what they've done for us. And United Way is not here tonight. United Way, who did their funds to help us do this. But this has been not a Marion County recovery. It has been a tri-county, multiple county recovery. And we are so thankful. And we still have a lot of work to do. And Commissioner Bethel will tell you, there are, how many? Where is she? You didn't even come up here. How many citizens do we have to get back into the county still? 70? Yeah. We have 70 people that need to get back into the county. So we're honored to receive this award tonight. We are thankful. City of Kaiser is here, what they did during that event. It really is a regional recovery effort. So we're accepting this offer, this honor on behalf of all of you, and thank you very much. You didn't come up. Get up here. Come on. Commissioner Bethel and Willis are here.
So it's my privilege this evening to take a few minutes to recognize our outgoing chairwoman, Lisa Lino. She, as you know, is a tribal councilwoman with the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde. I've known Lisa now for several years, chance to see her work up close. She's a dedicated public servant. I know with these kinds of meetings, that's a term that's often thrown around a lot, and in most cases it is well earned, but I want to stress that for Lisa, she absolutely has the resume to back it up. After working for the tribe for 25 years as an employee, she joined tribal council in 2017 and has repeatedly been reelected by her community to serve in that capacity. As the tribe's representative to the Council of Governments, she joined the COG Executive Committee in 2020 and served as the vice chair from 2020 until 2022. As vice chair, she was part of the effort to elevate the Mid-Willamette region by being part of the Council of Governments Legislative Committee, which works to promote legislation that is beneficial to all of the membership in the region. Being part of this committee, she was part of the planning for our first legislative gathering, which happened in August 2022, and it was held right here at Spirit Mountain Casino. The tribe hosted it. Over 100 state and local officials. Chair Lino led this effort to gather the many voices in our region and continues to serve on this important committee. Lisa's tenure as chairwoman is a demonstration of her commitment to our member governments to jointly identify issues and needs that are regional in scope, that also achieve concurrence for cooperative actions, as well as plan and recommend potential action to address areas of intergovernmental concern, ranging from health, safety, welfare, and growth. Perhaps, however, most notable to me, Lisa brings a level of grace and humility to her public servants that is both refreshing and authentic. So please join me in thanking Lisa Lino, our outgoing chairwoman, for her years of leadership.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody. This is an amazing board, an amazing opportunity for me just to get to serve in this capacity, and I really appreciate it. As many of the executive teams know, I was a little nervous about taking this role, and I wanted to, make sure that I was serving to the best of my ability, and I just really appreciate the support that I received from everyone. So, Hayamasi, I wanted to also take this opportunity to thank people for coming into our community and sharing this space tonight, and just want to wish everyone a very safe travel home. And at this time, I am going to turn it over to your new chair, Ian Davidson. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. As Scott mentioned earlier, since its inception, the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Governments has been focused on cooperation, collaboration, convening, and partnering with local governments for the region's benefit. And as part of that mission, our board has adopted a few regional priorities that reflect the region as a whole. I'll go through each of those 3 priorities one by one. Our first priority is to secure stable funding for regional transportation projects, including regional and intercity public transit, as well as targeted highway interchanges. For example, not too long ago, we as a region and as a council of governments, we successfully rallied around funding for safety improvements to the Aurora-Donald interchange. Yeah, that is applause-worthy. And we are now supporting legislative funding for a study considering both fast and frequent regional rail connecting the Portland metro region to the Mid-Willamette Valley. Our second priority is to increase the amount of and access to affordable and available housing through regional approaches to assist member local governments in providing adequate housing throughout our region. As part of our focus on housing, we must consider the decidedly mundane parts of governing: sewer, water, and yes, transportation. I have a hunch that most of you in this room are very keenly aware of those mundane issues. Our third priority is property tax reform. Actually, now that yes, I might have spoken too soon about mundane words or mundane ideas. Property tax reform is not the kind of thing that inspires a lot of excitement, but as I think we are all very aware of, ballot measures 5 and 50 have crippled local governments' budgets in our region and across the state. This causes reductions in not only essential services, but this is something that will continue to get worse without action. This is a systemic problem that needs fixing, and we are spending time and energy as a council of governments considering what a fix or fixes might look like. In my new role, I look forward to working with all of you on advancing these goals. Thank you for coming to our annual dinner this evening. As you have heard and seen tonight, the work of the Council of Governments is wide-reaching and makes a real impact in our community. Lastly, thank you for being part of what makes our Mid-Valley region great. Now, next, the moment you've all been waiting for, Mayor John McCardle, please come on up. He will now call out the winners of the door prizes. So wait and hear Mayor McCardle.
Hold either one. So first of all, start digging for your little red tickets. Now, if you have any of your passports who have not been turned in, stick it up in the air and one of the staff people will grab it. You have your little passports, you're getting the signatures on that. The prize is worth it, trust me. Okay. All right, we've got a number of prizes that we're going to give away. So this is pull out your raffle ticket. And this is the first one we're going to draw for is a complimentary day pass for the Kroc Center from the city of Almsville. And the winning number is 298-8341. The last 4 numbers are 8341, and you have to be here. All right, stand up so somebody can get to you and bring you your goodie. Right there. There he is. There's a staff person headed your way. There's a staff person headed your way. All right, there they go. Okay, the first one. Hey, Scott, by the way, how many people are here tonight about?
200.
We've got 200 people here tonight. Is that pretty good? There you go. Okay, the next one is another complimentary day pass from the city of Almsville, and it's over at the Kroc Center, and the winner is the last four numbers being 8383. 8383. Got to be here to win. 8383. Going once. Twice. Somebody else gets it. Oop. Last four numbers are 8419. 8419. I hear somebody there. Okay. Right there. So, all right, somebody will bring that up to you. Just stand up there and somebody will bring it to you. Okay, another Kroc Day Pass from the city of Almsville, and this number is 8338. 8338. 83. Somebody there, okay, stand up so somebody can see you. There you go. Wouldn't it be nice if all of our council meetings were this quiet? We did SDCs yesterday. I'm in recovery. 8344. 8344. This is for two more Kroc Pass for the Kroc Center. 8344. Is that somebody jumping up and down and being excited? Yes, we can be excited. Okay, the next one. All righty. This is 3 bottles of wine, a gift card for 2 to the Chemeketa Cellars for wine tasting from Chemeketa Community College, and the winner is 8412. 8412. Over there. Okay. Wave again so they can see you. All right, staff is hustling over. They're getting their steps in tonight. Okay, this next gift is from the city of Lafayette. It's a gift card to Roadhouse Pub for $50. 8387. 8387. Down here in front. There we go. Okay, this is a bottle of wine and treats from the city of McMinnville. 8394. 8394. Okay, the lady in red and black over there. This is another bottle of wine and swag from the city of McMinnville, and this number goes to 8392. 83, all right, in the back, 8392. Is that from the Dayton folks? My goodness. Oh, there you go. Okay, this is from the Chariots folks. This is swag and treats. That sounds very adult. 8376. 8376. Look really hard, the last 4 numbers. 8376. Okay, we'll try another one. Isn't this fun? 8314. 831. There, a winner right in the middle. Is that you? There you go. Yay. Okay. This is from the city of Monmouth. It's a gift basket with swag. Well, I had the opportunity to be over in Monmouth this morning at their brand new city hall. If you haven't seen it, it's worth seeing. 83. I'm sorry I didn't take the trolley. I was weak. I'm sorry, Cease, I let you down. 8397. 8397. Over there on the far side. We've still got more stuff to give away. From the city of Willamette, wine, a blanket, candles, truffles. That could create children. 8388. 8388. Okay, there we go. Over here, up here in the front, see? Wave your hand so they can see you. There you go, okay. This is from the Confederate Tribes of Grand Ronde, a Pendleton wool blanket. Ooh. Let's do that all together. Let's do a big woo. Woo. There you go, that's good. 8323. 8323. Our table over there, yes. Yay. From the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde, an 8th generation throw blanket. There, you're getting better. This is good. 8330. 8330. Okay, over here. Yeah. Oh, there's excitement there. Christmas shopping is done. We're going to go to page 2 now. From Roboxy Creative Services, a creative gift basket. Okay. 8404. 8404. Up here in front. There you go. That's great. Wave your hand so they can see you again. Oh, that's great. Thank you. And we do appreciate Business Oregon being here. Thank you. Let's do a big one for Business Oregon. Remember and bring your checkbook. From the city of Jefferson, t-shirts, mugs, and stained glass art. The winning number is 8305. 8305. Where I see, where all the way over here. All right, getting in the steps. Thank you. All right, he's getting there. Okay. This is from the city of Newburgh. Oh my goodness. This is, how do you pronounce that, Ian?
Sassenach.
This is Sassenach blended Scotch whiskey. Makes those meetings go so much better, doesn't it? 8353. 8353. Who? Over there? All right. Good meetings at their house. No, got one more. From the city of Newburgh, macadamia butter and Oregon-grown hazelnuts for nutty people. Hey, I'm cheap. 8375. 8375. 8375. Okay, right here in the front. There you go. Okay, now, this is for, what's the prize for this here?
Oh, you know what it is.
Well, why don't you tell me, Scott, because you're a staffer and you know things and...
Okay, so this is for, what's that? Oh, it's the one-night stay at the hotel in downtown Lovely on the river, Independence. Yes, that's right. So, in order to get this, the trolley goes there, yes.
That's right.
And in order to qualify for this, you had to fill out this form. Part of that exercise was for you folks to get to know who we were and us to get to know who you are. So I hope that was a fun exercise. So,
all right, here we go. Reach in here, Ian. Okay, and I get to do this one. Geez, you know. Tim Kursich. There you go. There you go. Didn't you get the drinks too? You're rolling. I'd go home and buy a lottery ticket. Is the lottery here? Sell them a ticket. Oh, okay. And now, before Scott gets up here, he has something to give away. If award winners will come up towards the stage at the end, after everything's done, because there are some photos that need to be taken, because you are part of history. So before I get off the stage, I'm a mayor. Don't give up the stage until you have to. You folks do an important job. You make our communities better, not just for today, but for kids and grandchildren. You're all to be commended for all that you do to make our cities, our counties, our state, and our country places that we want to be and we're proud of. So appropriate hugs and kisses to all of you. Scott, to you for more goodies.
how do you follow that up? With whiskey. Lisa, I actually feel really bad now that I know that the whole alcohol thing, and Okay, I'm over it. So I was asked last year to start a tradition of trying to encourage managers and administrators to get as many of their city council staff, county staff, special district staff here. So we put out a couple of awards. Now I'm a Southerner and I drink bourbon. And so the only thing that comes from me is bourbon, and that's it. I do not drink wine, sorry. We have for the attendance awards, for the most, Jan, where are you? Marion County, Jan Fritz. That was the best word, bourbon, because she brought the most. So there you go. All right, we had a tie for second, which means I had to buy more. So we had next at 10, City of Monmouth. And Christy, come on. All right, let's see. Okay, now in third place tonight is, and representing them, Arthur, Business Oregon, and SEDCOR. Now Arthur's a good fellow Southerner, so I can do this because he knows exactly what I'm about to handle. That's 10 in the morning. All right, and the last one we have here, oh, Alan Pollock, where are you? For Chariots, they brought 9. Now, next time Sarah beats Carolina, you and I will have All right, back up.
So I won't hold you much longer. I just want to thank everyone for attending, for celebrating with us the accomplishments of the Mid-Valley, to maybe commiserate a little together as well. I especially want to thank the staff who put this together. This was a wonderful event. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves, but in particular, I want to thank the Mid-Willamette Valley Council of Government staff for all of their hard work. And with that, everyone have a great evening. Thank you.